Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the ages, welcome back to a new reaction. Yes, we are going to touch on this new Superman thing again because people just can't seem to leave it alone. They think this is all going to blow up. People think it's going to blow up. I don't know. We don't know. The James Gunn thing. Let's watch it and see what happens, and then we'll talk about it in the comments.
So, a couple of days ago, we were treated with a brand new TV spot for Superman, and one particular shot from the same has managed to become the subject of major criticism and trolling for a large section of fans. As we can see in this particular shot, we have our very own Kryptonian superhero soaring through the ice-covered landscape, heading straight for the camera. Referring to Superman's face in this shot, one fan had this to say: "There's something with his face that looks a little off. I know there's plenty of time to refine the CGI." And this comment is just the tip of the iceberg. Ever since the teaser dropped, a section...
Yeah, I've seen a lot of memes with this. I mean, they're trying to pick this apart. People are trying to pick it apart. Before you even get to see the film, they're picking it apart. I think they do this with every Superman movie.
...of toxic people have launched a profound hate campaign against this movie, which is ridiculous to say the very least. I mean, to be entirely honest, I never noticed anything wrong with his face even now at the point when I am making this video. If you look very, very carefully, it does feel he has kind of a slightly lazy eye, but that, according to me, in no way feels like a valid reason to be skeptical about this movie. I mean, for crying out loud, Ryan Gosling has eyes which are very wonky and misaligned, and nobody ever talks about it. But when there's a lesser-known, smaller actor playing Superman, everyone just has to focus on his eyes, as if we all have the most perfect symmetrical faces. I think this is a case of cherry-picking for flaws, because some people simply don't want this movie to do well. I mean, this is literally a still frame from an action shot. The fact that some people are even talking about it at all is a testament to their sheer stupidity and hatred with regards to this movie that has not even come out. We literally had a whole movie where Superman had his mustache removed with utterly ridiculous VFX and CGI, and yet we somehow...
So this is pretty much going to be a James Gunn versus the Snyderverse fan club, or whatever, how you think of it. Does it always have to be something separated in with people?
...now still find a way to complain about the most ridiculous stuff possible. I mean, at this point, they could literally drop the most realistic feeling flying scene ever, and people will still complain that his face looks a tiny bit weird when shown up close. This goes to show how desperately a section of the fandom wants this movie to fail. Sorry for distracting from the topic, but before going further, I'm just going to request you to spend just 1 second of your precious time to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want more DC-related contents on my channel. Trust me, it truly, truly means a lot. Coming back to Superman again, it is no secret anymore that majority of these haters are actually fans of Henry Cavill's Superman and fans of the Snyderverse in general.
There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The big reveal has been the Snyderverse. Now, honestly, I liked the Justice League movie, and, you know, they did the same thing with Man of Steel when they tried to destroy it. Oh, that game from... You know, people always have something to bicker about. But, you know, I would say just give it a chance. Just like when Ben Affleck became Batman. People had so much to do. Why is it always when it comes to DC stuff, people have to cry about it? I don't understand.
And they think that if their hate campaign against James Gunn and the DCU in general somehow succeeds, they might somehow get their precious Snyderverse restored by some miracle, although Zack Snyder himself have made it clear time and time again that he is done and dusted with DC and is never coming back. On one occasion recently, I accidentally ended up on one of the Snyderverse subreddits, and the amount of delusion that space circulates beats out a skyscraper full of psychopaths. They still believe there's some way to bring back that cinematic universe, even though literally everyone involved with it has moved on. Now, make no mistake, I myself am one of the biggest fans of Zack Snyder and his DC movies, but there is absolutely no denying the fact that a part of his fandom is utterly toxic, hateful, and disrespectful. But the fact remains that no matter how much you try to downgrade this movie by some false propaganda, the number of views on this trailer speaks for itself, and most importantly confirms that the Man of Steel is still very much a household name in cinema and pop culture.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That was definitely needed. To be said, let's continue.
This epic teaser was able to make true DC fans and comic nerds well and truly for the first time in a very, very long time, because it brings them what we were wanting to witness for more than a decade. To be honest, audiences never stopped wanting a good Superman movie because we just haven't gotten one since the Richard Donner movies from the 90s. If you remember, the Man of Steel trailer dropped right after Nolan had wrapped the Dark Knight trilogy, and people were pumped to see a grounded Superman movie. But Man of Steel just wasn't a great movie. It wasn't a movie to bring your kids to, which is why it completely missed the mark on what Superman is all about. So, this trailer finally brings the much-needed hype for a Superman movie, expected purely by virtue of it being the first Superman movie since 2013, which is an insanely long break considering the long-standing popularity of the character and the recent explosion in popularity of the genre. The lighter tone of the movie, the inclusion of Krypto, the trunks on Superman, and the bright, sunny metropolis with the comic-accurate daily planet building, all combined, makes this film feel so reminiscent of the Richard Donner films while incorporating aspects of the comics and the DC animated universe.
Yes, it does. People are trashing it before it even makes it to the theater. Stop. I honestly think this is going to be good. I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
Finally, we have a director who loves to embrace the comic book silliness and humor with utmost pride. If you look past all the humor and silliness of James Gunn movies, for example, The Guardians, The Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker, you actually get a very heartfelt, vulnerable story that inspire us to rise above our pain and do the right thing. We are talking about a director who have never made a bad movie in his entire life. The more I hear James Gunn saying the right things about Superman and the DCU in general, the more I trust his vision and the more excited I get. I have hardly any doubts that he will give the characters the love and care that they deserve more than any other director in the world. This man knows how to take characters from the pages of a comic book and turn them into legendary icons and form a strong, cohesive, interconnected cinematic universe. This gentleman literally turned a walking tree and a talking raccoon into two of the most iconic superhero characters in pop culture, who eventually turned out to be the backbone and foundation of the entire Infinity Saga of the MCU.
I couldn't have said it better myself, sir. That was accurate to that was great. Now, that being said, people take the words and think about it. How is this Superman movie going to be bad? How is this going to be bad? Stop just give it a chance, okay? Give it a chance.
And I am pretty sure that he is going to do the exact same thing or even better with the DCU, and I am super, super excited for the same. So I guess it is best to ignore these fake nonsensical haters and move past them, which is why I am now going to shift your focus to the next piece of DCU update I have for you today, which is related to the much anticipated HBO Max show, The Lanterns. So, filming on the DCU Green Lantern series, The Lanterns, is officially underway as actor Garrett Dillahunt shared some behind-the-scenes photos on his Instagram, which you can currently see on your screens over here. This comes just a week after Warner Brothers had officially cast the DCU version of Sinestro. If you do not know already, let me inform you that just a few days ago, Deadline had confirmed that actor Ulrich Thompson has taken on the role of Sinestro, who is going to make his appearance in HBO Max's The Lanterns. Thompson is known for playing the role of Kai Proctor in the much-acclaimed popular TV show Banshee. His other recognizable roles include NBC's The Blacklist, HBO's The Young Pope, and Starz' counterpart. Speaking from a purely personal standpoint, Sinestro is definitely one of my favorite DC characters who unfortunately has never really got the spotlight that he deserves, which is why his inclusion officially makes The Lanterns my most anticipated project within the DCU. I believe the world of Green Lantern is so vast that it can carry an entire movie franchise of its own and easily challenge the likes of major science fiction franchises like Star Wars and Dune. We now also have some information on the potential storyline of the show. James Gunn has confirmed a few months ago that the show will be extremely grounded.
So James Gunn's doing the show too? I heard that we'll save it.
And will have a storyline inspired by the HBO miniseries True Detectives. He specifically mentions that the show will be a dark, gritty crime thriller starring members of the Green Lantern Corps. As per reports, the show will portray the Lanterns as some sort of space cops who are going to investigate a murder, which honestly sounds like a very unique, uncharacteristic, and cool story for a show based on characters who are essentially cosmic-level superheroes based in outer space. So I am definitely intrigued and excited to see where this show goes and how it contributes to the larger DCU. 2026 is unquestionably going to be a huge, huge year for DC Studios. From Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, to Lanterns, and then a horror Clayface movie, next year already seems like a dream come true for DC fans like myself, who always wanted to witness a live-action comic, accurate, successful, interconnected DC universe. So, that is all I have to reveal in this video. What do you feel about all these developments at DC Studios? Please let me know in the comments down below. And please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. So,
wow, that was a lot. That was a lot. So, the link will be in the description. You can check out the rest of his channel. I think, it's a different direction, people. You got to give it a chance. You really got to give it a chance. I mean, James Gunn could be doing something good. He could pull in some other non-A-list actors, and some non-A-list producers or film people, directors and stuff like that. You never know where this is going to go. I didn't know anything about the Green Lantern show. It's going to be on Max. I'm going to definitely have to keep my eye out for that and check that out. But I am excited about this movie, and I hope you are too. Just leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know if you like it, if you're excited for it, if you're not excited for it. Just how you feel about it. We can have a conversation about it. So, thanks for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the ages. Until next time, ciao.